Okay, welcome to the next part, that is function continuous at a point on the real line, that is R1. Let us see definition. We say that function f is continuous at a belongs to R1. Very important. A belongs to R1. If limit of fx as extends to a is equal to f of a. That is, this definition indicates that limit exists. This is the first condition. And second is that limit is equal to f of a. Therefore, there are two illustrations. Even function is a limit exists, but it is not defined. Therefore, this is not continuous function. Let us see this function fx is equal to sin x upon x. It is not defined that x is equal to 0. Okay. But limit exists. Limit of sin x upon x as x tends to 0 exists. Limit exists. Limit is 1. We know that limit of sin theta upon theta as theta tends to 0 is equal to 1. In 11th standard we have seen that. Means limit exists, but that function is not well defined. Hence we say that it is not continuous. Here is one another. Here function g of x is sin x upon x and is equal to 1. Add x is equal to 0. Means g of 0 is equal to 1. Here this function is well defined. Why? Limit exists and that function is limit of gx as x tends to 0 is equal to g of 0. Limit of sin x upon x as x tends to 0 is equal to 1. Hence we say that it is continuous. Okay. Means even though limit exists, it may or may not be continuous. Therefore, this example is about not continuous and this example is about continuous function. Therefore, here keep in mind that not only limit exists is necessary, also f of a is equal to that limit. This is also important. Next, that is simple theorem. If real valued function f and g are continuous at a belongs to R1, when we say that point A belongs to R1, then we can apply our usual definitions. Okay. Therefore, f plus g, f minus g, f dot g, f upon g, where g of a is non-zero, are also continuous at a belongs to R1. म्हणजे हे सगळे कंटिन्यूअस असतील, f and g कंटिन्यूअस असतील तर एक फॉर understanding, let us consider one proof, that is limit of fx is fa, limit of gx is ga, therefore limit of fx plus gx. We can write limit of sum is sum of limit, and then by applying f of a plus g of a, that two conditions, and then by taking common f plus g of a. Here from this we say that fx plus gx or f plus g is continuous at a. Similarly, we can prove other results. It is not necessary to prove all results because very simple. Why simple? Because at a belongs to R1, we are going to consider real function continuous at a point on the real line. Now, next an important theorem, that is if f and g are real valued functions and if f is a continuous at a and if g is continuous at f of a, बघा एक फंक्शन कंटिन्यूअस ॲट ए आणि दुसरा फंक्शन कंटिन्यूअस ॲट एफ ऑफ ए, देन जी कंपोजिट एफ इज कंटिन्यूअस ॲट ए हे दाखवायचं आहे, हे प्रूव्ह करायचं आहे. This theorem can be written in this way also. Continuous function of continuous function is continuous, because this is continuous function, this is continuous function, and we have to show that continuous function of a continuous function is continuous. Proof for this is also very simple. we can prove this result in this way. What is that proof? Given f and g are continuous at A. That is, we have given f and g are continuous at A and f of A respectively. What it means? Function f is continuous at A, function g is continuous at f of A. That is our hypothesis given. We have to show that limit of g composite f of x as x tends to A is equal to g composite f of A. Or simply we write limit of g of fx as x tends to A is equal to g of f A. Let this is equation 1. Now we want to prove that this expression. That is what we want to prove this. Given epsilon greater than 0, we must find here. We want to find delta greater than 0 such that mod g of x minus g of A less than epsilon, where mod x minus A lies between 0 and delta. Up to this, only hypothesis and what we want to prove. इथपर्यंत आपल्याला फक्त जे दिलेलं आहे आणि काय काढायचं आहे एवढंच आपण लिहितोय. त्याच्यानंतर आता खऱ्या अर्थाने प्रूफला इथे सुरुवात होते. लेट b इज इक्वल टू f ऑफ a. आपल्या सोयीसाठी आपण काय केलं, हा नंबर f ऑफ a म्हणून कन्सिडर केला. फ्रॉम 1 what we say that f of x means y. जर b is equal to f of a असेल तर y काय, y म्हणजे f of x, y म्हणजे f of x, and therefore g of y is equal to g of b. Hence याच्यावरून काय लिहिता येते बा, there exists eta greater than 0. आपण इप्सिलॉन घेतलेला आहे, डेल्टा घेतलेला आहे, म्हणून थर्ड नंबर एक आपल्या सोयीसाठी इटा म्हणलेला आहे, याला इटा म्हणतात. देयर एक्झिस्ट इटा ग्रेटर दॅन 0 सच दॅट यावरून आपण लिहू शकतो काय, मॉड जी ऑफ y मायनस जी ऑफ b लेस दॅन इप्सिलॉन इफ मॉड y मायनस b लेस दॅन इटा. लेट अस कन्सिडर दिस इक्वेशन इज 2. याच्यावरून हे इक्वेशन लिहिलेलं आहे. अँड फ्रॉम गिवन काय दिले पाहिजे, f इज अ कंटिन्युअस ॲट a, म्हणजेच लिमिट ऑफ f ऑफ x as x tends to a is equal to f of. Similarly, we can write the definition limit of mod of fx minus fa less than eta and mod x minus a less than delta. What is fx? Fx means y. What is f of a? F of a means b. Therefore, y minus b less than delta if mod x minus a less than delta. This is equation number 3. These are the steps. Logically also we observe these equations. This is what we want to prove. This equation 2 is obtained by putting b is equal to f of a, y is equal to f of x in 1, and then we apply our definition. आपली डेफिनेशन इथं वापरलेली आहे, लिमिट ॲट दॅट सर्टन पॉईंट, म्हणजे कंटिन्युअस फंक्शनची डेफिनेशन इप्सिलॉन डेल्टाच्या भाषेमध्ये वापरलेली आहे. आणि लिमिट ऑफ एफ एक्स ॲज एक्सटेन्स टू ए इज इक्वल टू एफ ऑफ ए मीन्स दिस. जे पुट केलेलं आहे तेच एफ एक्स मीन्स वाय, एफ ए मीन्स बी, अँड दिस इज सेम. देयरफॉर 2 and 3 we observe these two equations. In these two equations, mod y minus b less than delta, and here also mod y minus b less than delta. या बाजूला जी टर्म असते त्याला व्हेनेवर असा शब्द ठेवतो आपण, किंवा इफ, म्हणजे ही कंडिशन असते. ही कंडिशन असते इफ mod y minus b less than delta then mod g of y minus g of b less than epsilon. तसं हे मात्र कंडिशन नसून तो रिझल्ट असतो, म्हणजे mod y minus b less than delta. Therefore, by omitting these two, we get these two expressions. What is that? Mod g of y minus mod g of b less than epsilon if mod x minus a less than delta. म्हणजे ह्या दोन्हीचा अर्थ काय होतो? बाय टेकिंग y as a fx and b is f of a, this is equation 1 and hence proof. Here only we arrange our logical arrangement and we can prove such a type of result, that is continuous function is continuous. This is the one important theorem which is useful for further computations as well as examinations. Okay, thank you.